Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is while you're watching this. I'm going to show you something here, which is why you let engineers, not designers, work on the minutiae of a bike or any other project. Engineers make it work, designers make it look pretty. Now, I love the look of a CB500. I think it's really pretty. In fact, it's blooming beautiful. But the engineers had a few really good ideas here. Now, what I'm doing is changing the chain and sprockets on the CB500. Now, the horn is the same in that I've already changed the front sprocket here without removing the old chain, because when you pop off the centre bolt you can slide the front sprocket sideways, put the new front sprocket in and leave the old chain in place. You don't leave the old chain in place when you're doing chain and sprockets, but if you can put the front sprocket on and off without removing the chain, it means you can split the chain afterwards, put the new one on, and you can feed it round the front sprocket with no trouble. That's a really good bit of design. The other part is in the front sprocket cover. Now you look at this and you think, why is there a little pipe sort of thing standing up from that? What's the point of that? And I looked at this when I first got a CB500, did a chain and sprocket, and thought, yeah, what is it for? It's nothing to do with the moulding. I cannot see any reason for this, until I eventually realised that this upstand sits a couple of millimetres away from the front sprocket bolt. So if for any reason your front sprocket bolt comes loose, it's a 55 Newton metre torque setting which does hold it in, it will come out and the head will actually contact this moulding piece. I imagine it's going to make a fair amount of racket that you'll hear and probably stop and go, hold on a minute, what's wrong with the bike? But your front sprocket bolt can't come all the way out, which means your front sprocket can't come all the way off, unlike certain Kawasaki's back in the 80s, such as owned by my neighbour and erstwhile riding companion Carl, and do lots of damagey stuff to the bike and could possibly have you off. So you might have multi-mode GPS, terrain following radar, or whatever else you have on a modern bike, but a simple piece of plastic is a lot better design feature. Whoever thought this up at Honda, well done. You're my sort of engineer. Anyway, that's it for now. Tatty bye.